That would be a great story to share that with somebody else. Like Michael, I'm also not an Oregon native. Come from California. Stop. I know. Just relax. It's fine. I paid my dues. I tried to give the Bigfoot thing, 2 weeks of searching for him. But you Oregonians love your Bigfoot, and I get it, I think, for a little bit. But you guys absolutely are dead set that he exists. He doesn't. I'm sorry, he doesn't exist. I got in a debate. It's a couple of you, yeah. No, he's there. He's there, exactly. My point proven. It doesn't exist, I'm sorry. But I got in a debate with a guy at a bar one time. And we're talking about it. He's like, no, he was out in Applegate. But oh no, it's not real. It's not real, it doesn't exist. And while we're arguing, I hear another guy in the bar. He's like, he was talking about Bigfoot. Really? I'm like, thank God this guy's with me. He's like, that motherfucker's in Eugene. I'm like, oh my God. All of you. Fuck. Jesus. I used to donate blood with my mom a lot when I was younger. It was kind of a fun, weird thing we just did. We bonded with it. If you've ever donated blood, they ask you about 25 or 30 questions. It's a questionnaire. And if you answer yes to any of these questions, you are not a viable candidate to donate blood. And the questions are along the lines of, in the last 6 months, have you got a tattoo? In the last 6 months, have you been to any of the following countries, Africa, Indonesia, or Asia? In the last 6 months, have you shared a needle with drugs with somebody else? And you're like, no, no, no. And it's like perfect cadence, just responding with no. And they're not even looking up, they're just like writing no, no, no. Well, there's one question I always pause at this, and it's like, in the last 6 months, have you had a sexual encounter with another male? And I don't say anything. And when they look up, they see this. No. Like, you son of a bitch. We know you're fucking around on us. We'll get this AIDS test back. We'll figure it out. I used to work at a McDonald's, but not when it was appropriate, like, when you're 17. I worked at McDonald's when I was 24 in college for booze money. It was a nightmare. They make you feel so fucking retarded there. Especially the one I worked at, they have your hat, it's here, and then the emblem's just off. So if you want to make the emblem straight, your hat looks like this, like a wrapper. I'm like, oh man, welcome to McDonald's. But my cousin was making fun of me one time, and he's like, you fucking loser, you work at a McDonald's. I'm like, I know, it's just, hey, asshole, didn't you used to work at a Walmart? He's like, oh yeah, you're right, that's probably about the same thing. Oh, you son of a bitch. But then we debated it, and we finally figured out what was worse, working at the McDonald's or working at the Walmart, and it's working at the McDonald's. In the Walmart. Oh my God, what a nightmare. And you don't get the discounts that the Walmart people get, so you're already seeing these fat pieces of shit. You're like, you son of a bitch. Kids, don't buy those Twinkies. You don't need them. Right around their little scooters. Don't come here. Don't come. Welcome to McDonald's. Fuck me. But yeah, when I first moved here, pot was just now legal in Oregon, but it was not legal in California at the time. And I don't smoke pot. I'll get into that in a minute. I totally condone it. I think it's awesome. I just don't do it. My buddy, I've got a bunch of pothead friends, and one of them in particular was just pushing it on me. He's like, bro, you gonna smoke some pot now that you're in Oregon? It's legal. No, man, still doesn't appeal to me. I don't want to do it. Bro, it's legal now. Yeah, no, I get that. They could also make kid touching legal tomorrow here in Oregon. Still wouldn't do that. I mean, sometimes that's how it works. You guys ever get offended if you recommend a TV show to somebody and they don't like it? Yeah. I did that with my friend with Breaking Bad, an amazing show. Holy shit. So I recommended it. She watched it for, a week or two, and then I'm like, what do you think of the show? She's like, not really for me. I don't think I understood what it was about. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like you fucking watched it wrong. How dare you? Did you put it on and then just start doing some laundry or something? That's one of those shows you have to watch every minute of it. You're gonna miss something big. God, I was like, what? How? Man. Speaking of shows, have you guys ever seen that show, Hoarders? One of my all-time favorites. That show is amazing. And for those of you who haven't seen the show, what it is it's a bunch of critters that live with these people that hoard a bunch of shit, like either emotionally or they're buying shit like they're depressed or anxiety, something like that. And they just live in these houses, and their families are all fucked up. It's a great TV show. And they bring in these psychologists, they're enablers, and they're like, no, don't laugh at him for picking up that trash and bringing it into his house and sleeping on newspapers. Yeah, that's why you made the show, so we can laugh at these people. And I get it, you would have to hoard if you're living with like 30, 40 rats walking around in like rat feces, I get that. What I don't get, and I get they have problems, that part sucks. What I don't get is that these people will fucking shove shit in they will cover their goddamn toilet with like Boys' Lives magazines. I'm like, leave that alone! That's the one place you can go to shit and piss, and you're covering it with like, where am I gonna put these fucking sneakers? In the toilet, that's great. And they just start piling it up, I'm like, and they start shitting and pissing in bags, and then hoarding that shit. I'm like, this is a nightmare of a show. You're watching this like, what? Let's just lock them inside and burn them. I'd like to see that TV show. Like, This Weekend Hoarders, we're burning this piece of shit. Another fun show, remember Walking Dead when it was actually really cool and they were fighting zombies? Yeah, great show back then. I always wondered, where are the freaks? Where are the freak zombies? Like, where are the fucking handicaps, the retarded zombies, the fucking basketball players, the 7'2", 7'3", the 600-pound zombies? Where are they? The wheelchair zombies? They'd be the first to go. They have their motor skills just rolling around. They're there. They exist. Put them in the show. We want to see them. They're all like you or I, just like, that's boring. I want to see some goddamn freak zombies. The fucking pimp watch, like fucking Down syndrome. That's fine. I want to watch that. I think we all want to see something neat. That show, Are You Smarter Than the Fifth Grader? My mom loved that show. And I love my mom to death, but she is not smart at all. She would just constantly get it wrong, and I'm like, oh. That show and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, I remember doing homework one night, and she was like, Nicholas, did you know whales aren't animals? They're mammals? I'm like, oh. Well, they're both, but keep trying. Maybe one day you'll get there. No, but that show is humiliating, the Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? You're going against fifth graders that are just learning this shit that you haven't learned since fifth grade. Like, what day in 1962, at what time did Thomas Jefferson, like, who the fuck, I don't remember that, you asshole. And these kids get it right, and then I was watching an episode, and you are contractually obligated, if you lose that show, to stare in the camera, and some lady's like, my name's Nancy Walters, and I'm not smarter than a fifth grader. I'm like, oh my God, fuck you, Jeff Foxworthy, you piece of shit. I'm sure he wrote that in the thing. He's like, make them say this. You guys ever notice that yell whispering at stores? It's typically single moms who are like, Jonathan, get over here right now. Like, Jesus, lady, we know you're a bad parent, just fucking be a little more subtle about it. Like, if that's my kid, I'm gonna be like, hey, like, Jonathan, get over here right now. Because if he didn't, I'd be like, if you do that to me again, you're not eating for 3 weeks. Something like that. Just whisper regular. Just be a shitty parent, but we won't know. That's one of those things. I don't really get along with my dad too well. He's a giant cunt, huge homophobe. Hey, he came to visit 2 weeks ago with my mom, and like, we want to see your comedy show. Fair enough. Showed up and I said the same joke, and he melted, but it's fine. I don't give a shit. Anyways, he's such a homophobe. I was doing what most normal high school boys do, and that is I was shaving my chest in the bathroom while listening to U2's With or Without You. And he came by and he did that double take where he like walked by and he's like, Nicholas, only faggots shave their chest. And then on mid-stroke, I'm like, oops, just up there, like, fuck you, guy. And then, he didn't like that too much, but he and I only have two things in common. It's our last name and the fact that we've both been inside my mother. It's true. You guys ever watch like a movie with your parents and a sex scene comes on? How uncomfortable that is? I think it's great. I fucking live for those moments because you're watching. I'm just like, I can't wait to speak soon enough. I'm like, oh, he's got terrible form. Or I'm like, I'm bigger than him now. You know, like, what do you think it smells like? So, I was watching, I think, some movie with Tom Cruise and Penelope Cruz, and there's a scene, and my friend's just stiff. He's like, oh, he's super nervous, and so I broke the ice. I'm like, I have a mole in the same spot next to my nipple, like she does. And it wasn't even that bad, but he's like, ugh. I see he's almost grabbing his knee, like he's all worried. I'm like, you don't have to, you're not on trial here, it's fine, buddy. I found out recently that semen is hard to get out of fur. So I have a cat, and she likes to sit on my printer and judge me when I'm watching my adult movies. And one day, she decided to jump across at that point of no return. I'm like, ow! And like, she ran down the hall. I'm like, oh, shit. How do I deal with this? So I went to go get her, and I don't know how to do it. So I took one of those like Clorox bleach wipes, and I started like grasping at her. I had to pin her down first and grasp at her, and like it's all matted and gross. And then my buddy comes over. He's like, "What's up, ladybird?" I'm like, "Don't touch her. She has fleas." And he's like, "Oh my God, you really fucking sauced her up with that flea juice." I'm like, "Huh?" All of her ears all bent. I'm like, I have a friend. She's studying to be a pediatrician, but she won't say the word penis, which I think is really weird. She can say cock, dick, or wiener all day long, but she won't say penis. And I'm like, what's gonna happen when inevitably some poor young boy and his parents come to your office and you have to explain to them, listen, there's something wrong with your kid's cock. But we'll get to the bottom of it. I mean, you can't do that. So much worse. You can't say kid's cock. I would know, because I've said that before about my fucking nephew. He's a fucking he's solely one of the main reasons I never want to have kids. I went out to Texas a couple months ago to visit my brother, and he just discovered his penis. He's 4 years old, starts touching it and trying to hold my hand. I'm like, get your fucking hand out of here. What are you doing? You're not gonna hold that thing. We're carrying like wet wipes around trying to hold him. Like, I'm batting his hand. I'm just like hitting his hand. I'm waiting for like Chris Hansen to come out like, why don't you take a seat? Like hitting this little kid and try to grab him. Anyways, we're in Costco, we're walking around. He's touching his wiener. I'm trying to tell my brother, like, hey, look at him. He's doing it again. Like, clean his hands, take him to the bathroom. He starts crying, and he's like, hold me. I'm like, I can't, my arm hurts. Uncle Nick's arm hurts. And then he starts crying. I'm like, fuck you, little kid. So I grab him, I put him over my shoulder. Not 2 minutes after he was touching his dick, he starts doing, get your fucking hands off me. God, oh, it was a nightmare. I don't think I ever want kids. But if I ever had to have a kid, I really hope my kid has Tourette syndrome. And like, not the little like tick. I want the full blown like shit, fuck, bitch. I'm like, oh, you know the ones where you see them in a store, you kind of like, you follow them a little bit. Do you want a little more? I want that. I want that, and I would spend every waking hour trying to find that kid's trigger word. And I'd be like, well, is it lantern? Is it onion ring? Is it pineapples? Shit, fuck, oh, it's pineapples. Oh, and then I would take that kid to every place I never want to be. You know, like my parents' house or work meetings, and I wouldn't even tell them what's wrong. I'm like, couldn't find a babysitter. It's like halfway through, like pineapples. Shit, fuck! I'm like, I gotta take him home. He's being an asshole. Sorry, he's not listening. I go to the coast a lot, go fishing with my cousin, and I was driving through the tunnel on the 199, and I got halfway through it, and I'm like, shit, I forgot to hold my breath and make a wish. Remember doing that in time when you were younger? I was thinking about it, and I was thinking like, oh, I haven't made those wishes for a long time. My wishes were never normal kid wishes. They were never like, you know, like, I wish I'd find $50 in the ground, or like, I wish I'd get good grades this year. My wishes were more along the line of, I wish Mark from social studies would get AIDS. Or I wish Katie Timmons from next door would sit on my face. One of those happened, but Katie moved away when I was 11. So, yeah. But yeah, I was at my cousin's this last week, actually, and his wife, we're sitting on the couch, his wife's looking over at me, she's like, Nick, where's your bulge? And I'm like, what? I'm like looking over my shoulder. Like, I think I knew what she was talking about, but I want to like give her that satisfaction. I'm like, what do you mean? She like points at my crotch, like, where's your bulge? I'm like, I'm a grower, not a shower. Stop. Listen. And then And then she points at her husband, who's wearing basketball shorts. Looked like he had a goddamn goat egg in his shorts. I'm like, Jesus Christ! And it fucked with me. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like staring at it. I'm like, oh, it fucked with me to the point where I had to spend the next week checking out other dudes' junk. But not because I wanted to, I had to for psychological validation. I'm like, well, where's his bulge? Where's his bulge? Where's his, oh shit. Okay, well maybe I'm the outlier on this. I used to say the word butthole a lot. It would just overuse it back in college. Like I'd get out and it's fine if you're describing an area, like, what are you doing? I'm driving through fucking butthole Salinas or something. That's fine, but I used it in the wrong term one time. My buddy called me, he's like, what are you up to? I'm like, I'm just getting out of class, go home, change, and I'm gonna go to fucking butthole yoga. He's like, what's butthole yoga? I'm like, you know, they have like 5 different types of yoga. It's one of them. No, I think everyone here is taking showers wrong. I was talking to my buddy about how he takes a shower, and he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, just run me through like a normal shower that you do. How do you take a shower? He's like, well, I lather it up, I start with my chest. You're doing it wrong already. I think you're all doing it wrong. So you start with the shampoo. It's like a pre-wash. Shampoo cleans your hair. The soap kind of goes down. There's like a pre-wash for your body. Then you lather up your little loofah thing, and you start, preference is the arm, it doesn't matter. You start with an arm, left or right. You go all the way up, get your face, all the way down, front, back while you're working your way down. Get it all, your junk, toes, legs, that's fine. Get it all. Here's where you're doing it wrong. Then you grab your girlfriend's loofah and you scrub your asshole. Nice and deep. You don't want to dirty your loofah. Gross. You want to keep that thing pure and clean. I think I'll end on this one. I overheard a conversation with 2 of my coworkers, and one of them was talking. I just remember one of them was talking about sex with his boyfriend, and the girl was like, "Ooh, wouldn't that hurt?" And he's like, "Well, sweetheart, you don't have a prostate, so don't knock until you try it." And she was like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Fucking stupid." So I'm home taking a shower that night, and I'm like, that's fucking retarded. Don't knock till you try it. No one's gonna fucking go do that. And then I go to grab some soap, and I look over and I see my shower handle. I'm like, that's fucking dumb. Like a cat taking a shit, just back up. I'm like, no, you're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it. Not for me. Not for me. I don't like that one. That's not because you're not gonna go find somebody. Can you fuck me? I want to see if I like this. All right, that's my time, everybody. Thank you for listening.